February the 8th, and this is where we do inspiration in 30. I'm going to say most days. I'm going to be honest with myself. Most days during the week when things are kind of okay, I get on and just give you some inspiration that you can take with you to go ahead and start your day and to be very, very, very peaceful. I want to thank everybody who comes to the Inspiration in 30. I know it's early at 7:30. We've been doing this for over a year now, and the reason why we do it in the morning is because that's where our minds are refreshed. We're thinking about the day. We're thinking about what we want to do. We planning our day and just putting a little inspiration in that. I just strongly believe it is the most powerful thing because what we do in the beginning, I believe, reflects how our day is going to go. Hey, Regina. So, you guys, check this out. If you saw the Super Bowl yesterday, and this is just a little side note, did y'all see Jasmine Sullivan sing? When I say that girl sang her face off, she sang her face off for that Star Spangled Banner. Okay. And one of the things that I was thinking about as the reason why I put the title the way it is today, as we focus on how to keep your composure when you are dealt a bad hand, is because we got to remember that all the stuff that we go through and all the things that life gives to us at the same time, our talents and our gifts and everything is still there. They are there so that we can teach other people something. We go through challenges and everything in our life so that we can grow, so that we can get some experiences. And I remember when Jasmine Sullivan was saying to herself that she didn't want to be in the music industry anymore. She was suffering from depression. She felt like she was dealt a bad hand. She felt that, her contracts and everything wasn't working out for her. And can I tell you, just to see the evolution, right? Just to see how she turned things around and came out, and now the album is good and she has stepped into her purpose. That's exactly what life is about. And we're going to get to that. So I thank you guys for being here. Of course, I do my own inspiration in 30 before I get on with you guys. And one of the things that I read today that that I love is that we must be specific in what we do, while at the same time never outlining how it shall be done. Remember, we are dealing with intelligence, God, whatever you call it. It is going to evolve our concept exactly as we involve it. All right. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about is the fact that a lot of us always think that the hand that we were dealt, this is just the life that we have, right? But we got to understand that the hand that we were dealt is the hand that we were supposed to play in our lives, right? I was talking to my friend over the weekend, and we were just going back and forth because we always, I always talk to some of my friends during the weekend, just to see how things are going, how life is going. And one of the things that she was talking about, she said, Gloria, I think I have a pretty good life, right? My kids are older now. I'm 52 years old. I'm still working. I believe I love my job. And I just don't understand why I'm in a position in my life where I can't figure out what I want. I don't understand why I'm in a position where I know that I can do more, but I just don't know how. And I told her, I said, well, we all go through those things, right? Because when we are younger and we are in our younger years, what we tell ourselves is go get a good education, get a good job, start a family, and you work that out and retire. Make sure that you have something put away, and then you can go ahead and live your life, move to Florida, and live off of your earnings, right? That's basically how society tells you how to live. If you wasn't dealt a hand like that, where you could not go to college and you grew up in an environment where there were so many things and toxic things that were happening to you, you feel like the hand you were dealt based on what society is telling you, right? Hey, Marie, is a bad hand, right? You feel like, why does my life have to be this way? Why is it that I can't catch a break? Why is it that I can't get over this hump? How come I can't leave this person? How come I'm afraid to take a step? Why do I keep finding myself in this position over and over and over and over again? First, I want to tell you this, and I want you to write this down. The hand you were dealt in your life, I don't care if you are young, if you were in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, and the hand you were dealt now, that is the hand that you are supposed to play, right? Think about it. And I want you to think about this. Some of us have experiences earlier than others, right? Some people go through things early. For me, I went through a lot of death early in my life as a child. I went through a lot of toxicity. I went through a lot of abuse. I went through a lot of stuff as a child, where that has built up my resilience, where I now know what I don't want, right? I've seen my aunts and uncles beat on other people, beat on their women, beat on their mates, get beat on, right? And I'm thinking, as a child, that's just that's just the way it is. If you say something foul out your mouth, you're going to get hit. Because why? As a child, when I said something foul out my mouth, I got hit. So even if it's a young child or an adult, if you're getting hit, that's basically you did something wrong, right? But then something happens. You look at yourself and you say, is this the right thing? Should somebody really be hitting on me and telling me that I need to watch my mouth and do all this stuff? Something in you starts to say no, right? And then when you find yourself in a situation as an adult, when you older and you are experiencing these things when you were a kid, you say to yourself, something ain't right. This hand that I was dealt, hey Janie, this hand that I was dealt, there's something wrong with it. I should not be repeating the same things that I've seen. Or should I? Because if you think about the other side of the hand, what if you were dealt a hand where you saw your parents do well? You saw your parents work hard. You was in a family dynamic where everyone supported you and loved you and everything. And the hand you were dealt is the same kind of hand. Is that considered a good hand or no? My point is that the hand you were dealt is the hand that you are supposed to play. Why? Because it builds up your resistance to grow. It builds up your resistance to grow. We believe that the hand that we dealt is not a good hand because we are comparing it to other people and what my life should be like. We look at what society says that hand is supposed to be, and you look at yours and you say, I ain't got none of that. I don't have a degree. I don't have no education. I can't afford that business. I can't afford to go out and buy those things that I want, right? If I was dealt a better hand, maybe I could. If my mama did her work and told me about financial literacy, maybe I would be in a different place. But listen to what I'm telling you, ladies, and what you got to understand is the hand that you were dealt is the hand that you were supposed to play. There was something that I learned. I took this course on leadership this weekend with John Maxwell. It was an online course. And one of the things that he pointed out, which I thought was a great example that I wanted to teach y'all right now, is this. He said, every time people was talking about the hand that they were dealt. And every time he would talk about how to be successful to his people, he would put his hand up like this, right? He would put his hand up like this. And he said it was a constant reminder that anything you want to change, be, or have in your life is an uphill climb, right? Everything you want and have and be in your life is an uphill climb. What does that mean? You can't coast to get there. You can't run up to get there. You got to go one at a time up those steps because the uphill climb gives you that resilience. So when you do get to the top, you don't work so hard and you grew so much and you played that hand to where when you reach down, you can show other people how to play the hand, right? Another beautiful thing that he says is every time you look at the hand that you were dealt, look at the opportunities because there's never a bad hand. There's always an opportunity in there. There's always a problem to solve. And there's always something there to teach you something, right? Take 2 minutes and I want you to think about everything in your life. That hand that you think you were dealt. Oh man, I wasn't supposed to be divorced. I wasn't supposed to be molested. I wasn't supposed to be this. I wasn't supposed to be that. What are all the things that it taught you? What is all the things that you went through that now you are much stronger than you were before? What are some of the things that you've learned over the years? What are some of the things that you learned over the years that when you see other people going through that, you say, you know what? I've been there, girl. I've been there and I know what you're going through. But here's the thing that I want to tell you, it's going to get better. How many of you guys say that, right? It's going to get better because when it happened to me, let me tell you how I got out of it. That shit was hard. It was hard. You know why it was hard? Because I didn't know where I was going to go. I felt stuck. I felt like I didn't know which way to go. But what I did is I looked at what I had in my hand and I looked for those opportunities. I looked to see exactly how I be able to feed my family this month and also build up my skills so I could feed them the next month. Right? I look for the opportunities to see where I can go based on what I have. See, each and every one of us believe that we need to go from 0 to 100. That my life needs to change right now because I'm trying to get everything that I want right now because I'm running out of time or I just want it. That's not how it works. That hand you were dealt, you were supposed to play because you got to do that uphill climb. You got to go through it. Just like they say, nobody can lose weight for you. Nobody can climb this mountain for you. You have to do that on your own. Are you going to cry? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to cry. I'm going to complain. I'm going to say it's not fair. I'm going to look at the other person on the side of me and I'm going to see that they running faster than me. I'm going to be looking at the other side of me saying why this is happening to me. But at the end of the day, what we got to understand is that our journey is our journey. It's not somebody else's journey, right? It's not somebody else's journey. You might be starting way back before the starting line, right? There's some people who are at the starting line. There's some people who have a handicap and they're in front of you. But who cares about that? You have to be able to run your own race, right? So, Gloria, what is it that you mean? Here's what I mean. And I'm going to go back to this same thing, like I'm telling you guys, because I want you to get it in your head of how simple it can be once you start practicing it. Gloria, I'm here with you because I know I need to change. I hear what you're saying, and I don't want to live the life that I've been living. I know I got to make changes. I know that I can live better, and I know that it's my mind that is telling me all different things. The only thing that I'm trying to do is organize myself so I could figure out how to move to the next level and get on the right track. How do I do that? How do I sit up here and really start to transform and change where I feel like I'm stuck in this thing every day? Here's how you do it. Take a look at what you got in your hand right now. What does that mean? Look at where you are in your life right now, right? Ask yourself a couple of questions. Where exactly do I want to go? Where do I want to be 90 days from now? Don't even think about years. And if 90 days is too long, do 60 days, do 30 days, right? Because when we stretch things far out, it's not believable to us, right? What do I want to do 30 days from now, right? What do I have in my hand that can help me right now get there? I hope you guys are writing this down. Who can I get to help me get there faster? Who do I need to become in order to get there? What do I want? What opportunities do I have in my hand? Who can help me? And who do I need to become? Right? Think about it. You cannot still do the same thing that you've been doing in your life and say to yourself you want something different. You can't be fearful and just be like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start this business and I'm gonna really get out there and buy this house, and you're still fearful. You can't do it. It's just not gonna happen. You can't have a double-minded mind and say to yourself, I am going to live for me and I'm going to have more self-love for me, but then turn around and say, well, damn, well, my mom always told me I wasn't worth it anyway. And I just want to get back at them people who hurt me. Can't do that. Can't do that. Once you play the cards you were dealt, the opportunities that come out of that, you build off of those. You know why? Because you're going to get another hand as you go up that mountain. Does that make sense? Right? You have to decide that this is it and this is what you're going to commit to and this is who you're going to be. That person that is in your head. I'm tired of doing the same damn thing the same way each and every time. It feels like I am being dealt the same hand over and over. No, it's not. It's not the same hand. You just keep playing it the same way, getting the same results. Do you hear me? Well, Gloria, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to play it differently. What is it that you want? right? How are you going to get there? Who can help you get there faster, right? And who do you have to become in order for you to get that? Can you hear me? If you don't know what you don't know, you have to go find somebody who do. That's why when you playing hands and you playing spades and you have a partner, that partner is there to help you. Well, Gloria, I ain't got no partner. I'm playing this game solo. You are not playing solo. You just haven't found the person to help you get to where you need to be. Because they'll come once you change your mind, right? They'll come once you change your mind. Because every time you hit another milestone up this hill, there's always somebody there to help you. There's always somebody there to help you. But you won't know that unless you start moving. If you are sitting in a place where you are stuck and you are fearful, make a decision that every day I'm gonna become a little bit bolder. Who gives a damn about what these people think? What they say? Let me tell y'all something. And this is the honest to God truth. Ever since I came out with the book, my family has been calling me and just like on me. Some are proud, some are worried. Right? And I'm like, these people ain't got nothing to worry about. Why do you think that this whole thing is about you? Why are you bringing me your stuff thinking that, oh, I hope you ain't say nothing about me? If I'm in that book, I'm going to sue you. And if you said something about me and my mother and my family and this and that. And I'm like, hold on now. Who said that this whole experience is about you? First of all, why are you in my face anyway, talking all this stuff? My experience is my experience, right? What I do is what I do for myself. Now, if you are here to try to deter that and try to put me down and do all that, you could take that over there. I don't have to talk to you because the only thing that you're trying to press upon me is your fears. And if I listen to it, then guess what? I'm not going to get where God has told me to go. If you allow people to put their fears on you and you sit and worry all day about what other people think about you, you're not going to get to where God has told you to go. You got to be able to accept it and give it up and know that what's in here is more important. So to repeat exactly what I said, Dorothy, is what do you really want? What do you really want? Write it down, and if you can't write it down or you don't know right now, go out and think about it. Right? How am I going to get there? How am I going to get there? You have some kind of idea on how you going to get to where you need to be. Some kind of idea. You might not know all the answers, but you know something, right? That's looking at your hand and seeing the opportunities. If you think about spades, you got one cut book, right? You got one ace. So you can kind of see, exactly how you might be able to get to your goal. The third thing is who can help me get there? Who do I have in my arsenal to help me get there? Who can I look around and say, oh, you could be my partner? Because whatever you don't have, your partner might have. Now, Gloria, I don't have nobody around me. That's okay. Sometimes your partner has nothing. Sometimes you all on your own. But whatever you can do is what you can do. And don't feel bad about that. Because I promise you, you build off of those small things that you can do. And who do you need to become? What kind of person do you need to become to get what it is that you want? Because you can't stay this person. You can't stay the same. Because this person got you to this point. Does that make sense? This person got you to this point. So whatever it is that you do or have right now is because you had to become this person, good or bad, based on whatever it is that you think. If you think that you don't have good things in your life right now, if you feel like, you have a little something, that's the person that you had to become to get what it is that you have right now. And don't beat that person up because that person got you here. Now, what else? What do I need to do and change about me in order for me to play this hand well, to get to where I need to be? I'm not going to get up the whole mountain, but I'm sure I'm going to take one step, right? We gotta get comfortable with knowing that the person that we need to become and what we want in our lives does not come overnight. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of acceptance. It takes a lot of changing your habits. It takes a lot of work. Why? Because you've been doing the same thing that you've been doing for so many years. It's different. It's something different. One of the things they said in my class, which I loved yesterday, was, check this out. When you start to embark on something new, it becomes uncomfortable. So he said, put your hands like this. And he said, you see how comfortable that feels? The reason why it's so comfortable because you did it so many times. And then he said, put your hands like this, fold your arms. And he said, the reason why this feels comfortable to you is because you did it so many times. He said, now take your hands and do it the other way. Doesn't that feel uncomfortable? The reason why is because you never have done it before. So putting your hands the other way, it makes you feel uncomfortable. Folding your arms a different way makes you feel uncomfortable because you've never done it before. But I promise you, if you keep practicing, it'll feel comfortable. If you keep practicing, it will start to feel comfortable. Anything new, ladies, anything new, working on yourself, working on your mind, dispelling your fears and getting over your past and managing yourself, loving yourself. If that's all new for you, it's going to be very uncomfortable. But what I'm telling you is the hand that you were dealt has so many opportunities in it. You're not going to have a winning hand all the time. Sometimes you're going to lose. Sometimes you're going to do okay. Sometimes you're going to run a Boston on somebody or something. But at the end of the day, what do? We add up all those things, all those hands we played, don't we? We add them all up. And we say to ourselves, what? When we get to 500, the game is over, right? or however y'all play spades. When we get to 500, the game is over, right? But we play our hand the best way we can. I want you to know and I want you to understand where you are currently is where you're supposed to be, but not where you are to stay. Right now, you are where you are supposed to be, but not where you are supposed to stay. Right? Those dreams and those things that you have in your belly that is supposed to come out, take some kind of action and see what God will do in your life. I'm telling you. That's why I keep telling you guys, if you need an example, you and me are the same. We are both on this journey, right? Where I am right now in my life is a single woman who's ambitious, who had to start her life over, who went through a lot of trials and tribulations, went through jail, went through, heartache and breakup and all that kind of stuff, went through all that shit that you think you won't be able to come back from. I'm you. I'm you. Right? Who suffered with self-love and low self-esteem and all that stuff or whatever, had to sacrifice and go through different things that I didn't want to go through, who's still rebuilding her life where, what is this? 3 years later, almost 4 years, right? I'm in this 1-bedroom apartment with 3 dogs. That's the hand that I was dealt, right? That's the hand I was dealt. Some people would have looked at that and said, you know what? Oh my God, look at my life. I don't have the man anymore, the marriage, the houses, and all this stuff, but that's okay. And you turn out to be bitter. But I made a decision. And I said to myself, Gloria, I know you are better than this. I know you are better than this. You have so much more in you. And I made a decision that I was going to finally listen to that voice that was inside of me. And what happened is that during my alcohol treatment, God gave me the person that I should listen to, Miss Jackie. Y'all hear about her all the time. And I talk about her all the time. Because there's always somebody there. I don't care if you were dealt a bad hand. I'm in alcohol treatment. Okay? Forced to go. Because I had not one, but 2 DUIs in 2 different cases, had to bail myself out of jail twice, because once I bailed myself out of jail in the first place, y'all, they said they had to hold me because I had a warrant in the next county that they had to take me to, and I had to bail myself out of there. Right? And here I am listening to this person who's like me, telling you could do, be, or have anything you want. And you like, I know that. I know that. But there's something wrong, because I don't know why I can't get there, because my marriage went south. I don't have any money. I don't have this. I don't have that. And so the question was, well, what do you have in your hand right now that you can use as an opportunity? And I looked at my hand and I said, you know what? I got skills. I still can do IT. I got that skill. And I still can, you know, work on myself and do all that so I can make money. So what I did, y'all, is I went back to that. I was like, well, I'm good at IT. I can go ahead and pick up a couple of clients for my business and then do that. That was my opportunity. That was what was already in my hand. And even though I was afraid, I did it anyway, because you know what? I was fed up. I was like, well, what the hell else can happen to me but these people say no? Because I'm stuck at a job, literally a job that I can't stand. What else can they say to me? Is no. And then once I took that opportunity, something said, hey, Gloria, you got to start doing better with your life. You out here, you drinking, you partying, you doing all this stuff. When are you going to wake up? You got to wake up. And I'm like, damn, well, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing with my life? And then that's when it dropped into me. Start loving yourself and see what happens. Start to choose you and see what happens. And the more that Miss Jackie was working with me, the more I started to learn about myself, the more I started reading, the more that I started figuring out just how powerful I was. I said to myself, how many other women are feeling like me? Because I am on this journey where I'm trying to figure out myself. How do I rebuild this life? And then it came to me that if you just go ahead and get started, Gloria, I will take care of the rest. And you know what? It kept coming to me where I was saying, well, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? You already here. You already at the goddamn bottom. You already at the bottom. You're getting divorce papers shoved in your face. You at a job that you don't like. You're trying to rebuild your life. Here you are stuck in a small ass place. What else can happen? But then God was like, turn that around, honey. Turn that around because I'm about to show you. And he bought me you. He bought me you. And he said, if you just listen to me and you do as I say, I will show you just how powerful you are. And ladies, you have walked this journey with me. You've seen me. Get on here, interview women, find out what self love is, tell women stories, because the idea is as you walk this journey, you will find other people who is looking for the same damn thing. And God has not failed me yet because he has all of you guys on here right now. You will write a book to set the foundation for these ladies. Are you for real? I'm for real. And guess what? Where are we right now? Where are we right now? I tell you guys all the time, and then I'm going to let you go. I am here as a vessel to serve. I am here as a vessel to serve. I accept that. That's what God told me to do. I accepted it. I had to go through divorce. I had to go through alcohol treatment. I had to go to jail. I had to have my family say what they want to say about me. I had to lose my mom. I had to lose my grandmother. I had to lose a lot of people in my life to get me to where I am right here at this moment, so that I can understand humility and the importance of service. But this is not where it stopped. because there's so much more. Because now that I'm doing the service, it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you and it's going to rub off on you where you are going to say, fuck, excuse me, forget that. I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's exactly how it works. So when you're looking at that hand you were dealt, see the opportunities. Know what you want, right? Figure out how you're going to get there. Figure out who can help you get there, which you already got one person. And figure out who you need to become in order for you to get what it is that you want, right? Because all it is not going to make any sense to you until you start to try, right? So here's what I need you guys to do. If you have not purchased your copy of the book, please go ahead and purchase a copy. It's only $15.99. I don't know how to do the thing here. They always tell me, let me see. Oh yeah, there it is. It's only $15.99. It's in pre-order. You will get a signed copy of this book when you pre-order. Okay. Um, uh, there's also some workshops and classes that come with it because I don't want, my goal is not to get you to read a book and then say, oh, Gloria, the book was amazing. That's not my intention. My intention is to build the foundation. This is where we start. This is where we start, right? And in order for us to go higher, we have to be able to take action and do some work. So take the assessment, pre-order the book, and sign up for one of the workshops and the mini course, because that is the action behind it. Remember, I'm not here to just give you a pat on the back and say, run out. You could go ahead and do it. Life is amazing. That's not me, because that's not how my life was, right? That's not how my life was. What I'm saying is, let's go ahead and do the work. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to take this journey alone. It's very lonely. Some things you have to do alone. But I promise you, the things that we can do together, I can help you get there faster. I promise you that. I can tell you that, right? So go ahead, take a look, do that. I will be on here tomorrow to give you some more inspiration. I love you guys. I thank you guys for supporting me and everything. The biggest thing I want you to take away from this is see the example of what it means when you are dealt a hand that you know you can't control. There's always a way out. There's always an opportunity. We don't know what life is going to what life handed. You get what I'm saying? We don't know the hand that life is going to deal for us. But I promise you, there's always an opportunity in it. And I can also promise you that there's always a way out. I promise you that. And if you can see the positivity in it, I bet you come out. All right. I got to go. I'm way over time, but I love you. Thank you for the support and everything. And I'll see you guys